So majority of the chat say yes, right? Right, Young? Can you
Say
see?
again.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I see yeses. I see a lot of yeses.
Okay. All right. So now watch this. Now watch this. Keep reading, because somebody said something in the chat. Read it again.
Exodus chapter 2 and verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown that he went out unto his brethren and looked up and looked on their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew, one of his brethren.
He did what? He did what?
And he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew, one,
Okay, read.
one of his brethren.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. And when he went out of the second day, behold, two men of the Hebrews strove together. And he
Now,
said,
now Moses helped his own people. Moses helped his own brethren. He killed a man for his people. The man was hitting him, and he was like, "Hell no!" He stepped up. Right? Read on.
and when he went out the second day, behold, two men of the Hebrews strove together. And he said,
Two men, two brothers was fighting each other. Look what Moses said. Read.
and he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us?
You see that? That's what a woman just said, who made you guys over us? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all gonna pay for. I'm just telling you. You think in Ezekiel time, you know, uh, in Christ time, how he showed up, or any of the prophets, they did the same thing to Christ. They did the same thing to him. You have some believe, and then you have, some of y'all, oh, I wouldn't have did this in that day. If I was Adam, if I was Eve, I would have just listened to God. I would have did, yeah. No, you're doing it today. It's the same thing. You're doing the same thing today. We are them prophets. We are sent by God. We are telling y'all right from wrong. Give me the Malachi 2 and 7. Now, you can disrespect us and you can get mad with us. Do what you do. Do what you do. Do what you did to Christ. Do what you did to Christ. You the same Negroes. You the same ones. You the same ones. Yeah, y'all the ones who killed Christ. Yeah, you Isaac. Yeah, you. Talking about coming and see me. Well, you know where I'm at. Read.
Malachi chapter 2 and verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge,
Let's see what the knowledge is talking about. Read.
and they should seek the law at his mouth.
They should what?
And they shall seek the law at his mouth.
I I every time we come up with, we give you laws. That's what we give you. God's laws. Read.
For he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts.
Oh. Mm, mm. Get Numbers 12. 12 and 1. He is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. Okay.
Numbers chapter 12 and
I'm gonna
verse
tell you
1.
this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all cool with the, with the white man structure, the white man um rules and is set up. When Christ come back, he gonna save some of y'all to bring y'all into the wilderness. Some of y'all gonna be saved for the wilderness to be killed. You realize that, right? Just because you make it to the wilderness, or just because that don't mean you're gonna survive. He's gonna bring some of y'all just to make y'all an example. So you're gonna get saved from the wrath to come, that fire, that nuclear fire that's coming, to die in the wilderness. Because remember, he said, I'm gonna purge the rebels. The rebels. You know who the rebels are? The ones who go against the government. You know who the government is? The one that God set up. Read. Y'all can keep playing with God. Do what you do. Do what you do. Feel how you feel. Listen, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Are you? Are you? Read.
Numbers chapter 12 and verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom
Now,
he had married.
wait, hold on. Now, this particular case, there was right. We wasn't supposed to have interracial marriage, right? Read on.
For he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they
Mm-hmm.
said, have the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Have he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. Now, the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth.
Meaning he
And,
listened to God. Every word. Read.
and the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they
Mm-hmm.
three came out. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision. And
So so you had, Aaron prophet, uh his sister prophetess, right? So they felt like, well, we're on the same level. No, no, you're not on the same level. It's order. It's levels to it. It's not the same level. All right, read on.
will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so,
So he said, my servant Moses is not so. Read.
who is faithful in all mine house.
Mm-hmm.
With him will I speak mouth to mouth,
Read.
even apparently, and not in dark speeches.
Mm-hmm.
And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold.
It's
Where,
what this is showing you is God deal with the prophets on different levels. That's all it's showing you. It's levels to it. Not saying he didn't deal with them, but he is Moses was the top. Read.
wherefore, then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses?
None of y'all is afraid to speak against the servants of the Lord. None, y'all, y'all just look at us like we niggas. Y'all just look at us like these niggas because y'all in America. Let me tell you something. Shut up. Tell me if I'm lying. If a woman get pulled over in a car, now this is Esau law. She was speeding or whatever. She was doing something wrong. They asked her, "You got to get out the car." I'm not getting out the car. I'm not getting out the car, ma'am. Get out the car. I'm not getting out the car. Are they gonna keep asking? Are they gonna rip her out that damn car?
They're gonna snatch her out the damn car. That's what's gonna happen.
No, no. Isaac's gonna put up on the scene and say, "No, you can't talk to my mama like that." And he gonna wrestle the cop off of her.
Okay, so but what my point is law. That's the law. Like that is law in America. And everybody understands it. And no, and that police gonna be able to walk the street, and nobody gonna say he was nothing. Nobody gonna say nothing. Everybody gonna hush their black lips. Cause they gonna say she should have got out the car. She should have listened. Cause that's the law. Do you realize God's government is coming back to this earth? Do you realize God's government is coming back to the earth, and he's writing everything down that y'all doing right now. Everything is being documented right now. The kingdom starts now, y'all. It don't start when he come back. It don't start that. It don't work that way. It's already starting. That's what y'all don't realize. It's already starting. God is already establishing it. He already establishing it. But you don't see it. That law and order, if a woman get out of line, off with her head. And it gonna be quiet, she's gonna die. I don't care if it's a kid, the kid's gonna die. And Christ's gonna make the parents kill him. That's gonna be the order. So what you gonna do then? When you have the freedom to choose to do what's right, you gonna have to be forced to do right. And then when you forced to do right, you're gonna die. It's no more, it's not learn. No, you're gonna die.
Hey King, I want to read something. Somebody, Roy Baker said, talking to you, King, you was wrong for telling the lady to shut up. It wasn't needed, no matter how you chop it up and twist it. I'm usually taking up for you, but you was wrong this time. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. A lot of
Hey,
Captain Planets in the audience today.
Young, check this out. So I saw that too, and I looked at his profile. So so check this dumb shit out. King is wrong for saying shut up, but in his profile says these
These
hoes
hoes
ain't
ain't
loyal.
loyal. Right, 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 right. And guess what? No, I bet you Isaac ain't nowhere say, hey, don't call them hoes. That's somebody's mama.
That's somebody's sister. That's somebody's
That's
daughter.
somebody's
Like
sister. That's
that's the
somebody's
logic.
daughter.
Look, check the logic, right? So it's not okay to tell somebody mama to shut up, but if it's their daughter, right, but if they wife or sister, it's okay to tell them to shut up.
But they
But
don't
it's
have no
not,
mama hoes. They don't have no
you
mama
know,
hoes out there.
right? It ain't no mama hoes. I guess those, them hoes that went to Freaknik, those are people mamas too. Are they not hoes?
Hey,
But
hey,
I'm just
don't tell
saying,
them
bro.
shut up. Don't tell them shut up, show enough. But you can call them a hoe though.
Right, right. You can't tell. That's exactly what I was saying. You hit it. You hit it right there, young. That's what I was just about to say that. I was like, you talking about, you can't tell someone to shut up. I'm usually taking up for you. Your profile said these hoes ain't loyal. Shut the hell up, bro. Like, just shut up, y'all. You make yourself look real stupid, bro. Real stupid.
Niggas is retarded, bro. King, I blame you, bro. It's your fault.
Damn, damn.
Man, whatever. If somebody got a problem with us saying shut up, then just don't come back to the room. Like, just stay home. You know what I mean? We tell people to shut up in here all the time. If you can't handle someone being told shut up, it's not the room for you. It's not the congregation for you. You know, find somewhere else. It's not the place for you. You can't. If someone being told to shut up, if they're over talking and they can't be quiet, after we told them be quiet several times, mute the mic several times, if you can't handle a little shut up, find another room. Maybe TD Jakes is starting up another room. Maybe Joel Osteen might have another room. That might be more suitable for you. But this is
Hey,
not the room for you.
well, TD Jakes might be starting the room. I seen a
I
profile
saw
of
it.
TD Jakes.
Yep.
I seen
Yep.
it. I seen it. He might be. He got to get his numbers up.
You do got
Got
to
to
get
get
his
it out.
numbers up.
Yeah, he. I seen him. I seen him earlier. What that was
Hey,
yesterday.
God
He gonna
bless
do,
y'all, man.
he
God
gonna do
bless
power
y'all. God
bottom
bless y'all.
classes.
Yeah. So yeah. Hey man, here's the thing. Like, y'all can repent. It's either correction or not. It's on you. You know, or you can die. I mean, it's one or the other. You make your choice. You pick your poison. You know what I mean? Rough words is too much for you. Your mama done told you worse. Straight up, you know. Your mama has definitely told you worse, but then being told to shut up is too much. I don't understand.
Hey,
I don't understand. All
hey,
right.
can I say something real quick? Can I say something real quick? Is it cool to
Nah,
talk ahead?
nah, yeah, we'll get to you in a minute. We have a queue, brother.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I just want to say religion ain't real.
Okay, you're also a fat. I can't say that. You're a sodomite. All right. Stop sodomizing men and being sodomized. All right. Have a good day. I just want to say, why you nervous, bro? It's a goddamn app. That's what I understand, bro. I mean, everybody got all this visceral in them
I
on the
blame.
app. This is an app, bro. Like we on the internet, you know. It's the weirdest. It's the weirdest place ever. This is literally the internet is the twilight zone. Like nobody does that in real life. If somebody has anybody, no one has ever walked up to me and said, "Hey, bro, can I tell you something real quick?" Yeah, what's up? Religion ain't real. I mean, even when we teaching, nobody comes up to us and say, like, you would never ever do that ever. You know what I mean? You would never ever do that. Y'all some weirdos, bro. Your name Burner Boy. I mean, don't you got some nigga shit to do? I don't understand, man. If I was a nigga, I'd be spending my time doing nigga shit. But you coming over here on the
Hey,
app
you
with
went
people
out
reading the
soon.
Bible?
You went
Huh?
out. You went out.
Oh.
But I think I heard what you said though, and that's true, bro. Like these street dudes come on Clubhouse to talk junk. They ain't got no hoes to talk to. They ain't got
Yeah.
no weed to smoke. They
I
ain't got no
say,
sale.
don't they got some ops to go kill? Like, nigga,
Nothing.
don't you have some ops to go handle right now? You know, you got how you got extra time. You know what? This nigga right here is very good at time management. This the most.
Maybe his ops on a lunch break. So no.
So niggas, the real niggas, they get lunch breaks now. The YNs they got lunch
Yeah,
breaks
they
now.
get
You
lunch
know,
breaks. You know what I'm
when they
saying?
so when they clock out, they go to the same McDonald's. But you're like, all right,
Right,
now
and had
when we
lunch.
clock back
Like,
in, though,
hey
when we
man, you
clock back
almost
in
got
though,
me early.
nigga, when we clock back in, I'm shooting your ass. I just want you to know that. You look, we on lunch break right now, but when we get off lunch, nigga, shut y'all dumb ass up, bro. Y'all are crazy, bro. This is a crazy place, man. It's a wild place. Quite the time to be alive, man. Yeah. Go do a drive by, man. You know. How old are you? You past 19? Surely you should be in jail right now. All right. So let's see. Let's see. Who we got? I think we got. Hey, bro. I'm gonna just tell you right now. I cannot say your name, bro. Help me out. And you know who I'm talking to. You know your name. You know your name, and you know I can't say it.
It's Kokoza.
Say that again.
It's Kokoza.
Kwa Kwa Kwaokaza.
Kokoza. Yes, yes. It is to try.
You got something else I can call you, bro? I'm gonna mess that up. I don't want to be messing up your name.
You can call me Bugs.
Bags?
Yes, Bugs.
Oh, Nikki Bags. All right, what's going on, Nikki Bags?
Yes, I believe also that the law has not been done away, but the problem is Paul, because when you read Paul's letter, you get confused sometimes because in Acts chapter 16, verse 3, Paul says he circumcised Timothy because of the Jews. When he says that, it sounds like he didn't have to circumcise him, but he had to because of the Jews, not because of the law of circumcision. And also, when you go to,
Well, let's talk about that real quick. All right, you say your name is Nikki Bags or Bags?
yeah, yeah, you
Okay,
can call me Bags. Yes,
okay, call you Bags. All right, now Bags. You know, do you identify as an Israelite or a Christian?
I believe I'm an Israelite.
You believe you're an Israelite?
I,
Okay,
yes.
okay. So let's clear up a little, any confusion that there may be. First off, God's law stands. Oh, well, let me just clarify. Are you asking a question about whether or not, we had to get circumcised still, or are you just saying this is things that Christians misunderstand?
Uh, I am saying uh, the law has not been done away, but when you read Paul, he sometimes sounds like he's saying some laws are done away with, like this circumcision.
Oh,
That's
got
what
you.
I
Okay.
read Paul say.
How some
Yes,
people get confused on Paul's writings, right?
yes.
Okay. Are you confused on Paul's writings?
I've once listened to the explanation of circumcision, but I have never heard someone explaining why Paul wrote the way he wrote here in Acts
I am a fellow
16
Christian
verse 2.
myself. God bless the stage.
Hey, all right. Just be quiet. Like if you're a Christian, you should know that you need to stay in order. All right. You should know you got to stay in order. All right. Wait a minute. Somebody he said they got content on that show enough, nigga. He likes little girls.
All right. So this is what this so people going in, right? Show enough. Watch this. Remember, Judge said something about you know you making it bad for everybody else, and then yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, AY was talking about there's a privilege that we speak to the women. What I'm gonna do, you know, I'm gonna stop dealing with the women. I'm only gonna deal with the men because everybody got an issue. You know, that's it. That's a wrap. Like you used to can call, Bishop. You remember? I don't know if you remember that back in the day, but somebody ruined it. Somebody ruined it. Used to have a certain, where, Bishop had this. We had a certain group. Brothers ruined that. Now we don't have that group no more. You understand? So one, keep the confusion down. I'm not dealing with that shit no more. I'm not dealing. That's just me. So y'all can have it. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, I definitely understand that 100%. That's why we have order set up within the school. We usually have the sisters dealing with the sisters to keep down the confusion and so forth. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely 100% understand that. You know what I mean? But all right, so
No,
okay,
no, no. I'm gonna clarify. I will deal with the sisters that's in the truth. I will deal with the sisters that's we know that's in the body, single,
right,
that come up here. I deal with those sisters, but I'm not outside of us. I'm
yep,
hell no.
yep. Have to be a humble spirit. You know what I mean? Like the sister Seeker. She learned a lot. I don't mind dealing with her, right? But if people are part of another camp or you follow multiple camps, then just go ask those niggas. Just go ask those niggas. What you asking us for? You gonna do what you want to do anyway. I don't understand. Okay, so to clarify, right, about circumcision, we can go the law route. The law still stands. There's nowhere that says that law is not in place anymore. We know that it's still in place. Unless somebody can show me where we stopped keeping that law, we still have to keep that law. Regardless, though, right? Everyone says you're supposed to have the faith of Abraham, right? Or we supposed to have faith like faithful Abraham. What you say, Bads?
Pardon?
I said, are we supposed to have faith like Abraham?
Yes, we're supposed to have
Okay,
faith like
cool.
Abraham. Yes.
So check this out, Bags. Right? No matter how we slice it, we still have to get circumcised today, right? The law still stands. Don't get me wrong. There's nowhere that says the law does not stand. Someone's gonna have to show that to me. You're gonna be hard pressed to do that. You know what I mean? You're gonna be hard pressed to show me that we don't have to keep that law anymore. Now, let's go. Let's take the route of having faith like Abraham. All right. Let's go to Romans chapter 4. I want you to start at verse. Uh, I want you to start at verse 9. Let's
I am
listen
a
to
prophet
this.
of the Lord if you would like me to speak, sir.
No, anyone that can't bridle their tongue, they have the spirit of being effeminate. You should stop being effeminate for right now. Just mute your mic, all right? Try to bridle that spirit. You know, don't be effeminate. When you read Romans chapter 1, it talks about that, right? It talks about that. Okay? So don't have the attributes listed in Romans chapter 1. If you have those attributes, it's saying you have the attributes of someone who is a sodomite. So don't do that. Okay? When you can't bridle your spirit, you continue to come off the mic, and you can't, and you're implacable, meaning you can't be placated. You know, when you roll in that type of spirit, it's a homosexual spirit. You don't want to project that. You don't want to project to the world, you know, that you're a sodomite. So don't do that, okay?
Don't be a heathen, brother.
Yeah, let's not be a sodomite, okay, DNO? Let's just body your spirit. You see how you keep coming off your mic? You're showing more and more about your spirit, you know. So if you don't want to
I thought I,
project
I
that you're a
thought I could
sodomite,
add to the room, brother.
now you see that sodomite spirit just breaking out, boy. You can't hold it. Just try to hold it in. you know, just hold in the sodomite spirit. Okay, just hold it in. Don't be implacable. That's what you're being right now. Okay, hold it in. All right. Let's see if we can try it again. Let's see if DNO, he can hold in that spirit. Romans chapter 4, start at verse 9.
Romans chapter 4, verse 9. Cometh this blessedness then upon the circumcision only,
Uh huh.
or upon the uncircumcision also?
Read.
For we say that faith have reckoned to Abraham for righteousness.
So it says that blessedness or that understanding of the grace through Christ, did it come upon them when they was in circumcision only, or also upon the uncircumcision? Now, mind you, it's talking about two different groups of people, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. All right, not necessarily whether or not they have been circumcised. But read on.
For was it then reckoned when he was in circumcision or in uncircumcision?
Uh-huh.
Not in circumcision, but in uncircumcision.
So it says, when did Abraham get these blessings and these promises? Did he get it when he was circumcised, or did he get it when he was
Quick
uncircumcised?
interjection, brother. You mean
So,
circumcised from the doctor, brother?
I'm gonna. I know you have a very strong homosexual spirit. I'm gonna move you to the audience. All right. I'm not sure if it's my voice. I hope it's not. I hope it's not my voice that's bringing that spirit out of you. I pray to God that that's not the case. Right? But since you can't control your spirit, I'm gonna move you to the audience. Okay. You know, you gotta be able to hold that in. All right. Don't broadcast to everybody, how you feeling on the inside. Just keep that to yourself. Now,
Hey,
the Bible
Shoulder, if I
says,
sent you something.
yes, sir. Let me see.
You see? You see?
Yeah, man.
You see what I'm saying now?
Yep. 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 So, okay. So we just read about the promises and the blessings given to Abraham, right? It was given to him before he was circumcised, correct? Bags.
Yes,
Okay. So the faith and understanding came to him before he became circumcised. Now let's read on.
And he received the sign of circumcision,
Uh-huh.
a seal of the righteousness of the faith which he had yet been uncircumcised.
So check it out, Bags. Although he received the promises before he was circumcised, right? Afterwards, he
yes,
still went and got that sign or that seal of his faith, right? So what we see right now is the example of Abraham. He had faith first, he received the promises, and then he got circumcised afterwards. Read on.
That he might be the father of all them that believe,
Read.
though they be not circumcised, that righteousness might be imputed unto them also.
Right. So if they were circumcised, that same righteousness can be imputed upon them. But if you follow after the example of righteous Abraham, like it says in Romans chapter 4, what then would you do? If you have the faith that Abraham had, in which God said that's a requirement to get into the kingdom of heaven, what did Abraham do as a sign or seal of his faith? He got circumcised. So no matter how you slice it, no pun intended. no matter no matter how you slice it, you still gotta get circumcised. All right. The law still stands. There's nowhere that says the law doesn't stand. The law still stands today. All right. But also, even if someone would try to take the route to say, well, we don't have to do it because the law's not in place, all we have to do is have faith. Well, if you have faith, guess what you would do? You would get circumcised. All right, boom, roasted. You got to get circumcised, brothers. All right, no more anteaters. Get circumcised like God said. Okay, all right, all right. Somebody named the what's it? DYA pretty hard. Say out of all the scriptures, y'all chose this one. You got a better one? Come teach those. Show enough. You got a you got a better one. You probably got a better one than me. I don't really know the Bible like that, so maybe you can come up and teach me how to explain to someone they got to get circumcised. All right, go ahead, Bags.
Uh, uh, I was saying, sir, when if someone quotes that Acts 16, uh, verse 3, and also I think Galatians 2, verse 3, and say, Paul circumcised Timothy because of the Jews, not that he had to circumcise him. And also maybe he might say regarding Galatians, he might say Titus was not compelled to circumcise because he
Well,
didn't have to. How do you address someone who quote these two verses?
okay. So, first off, with now circumcision in itself, right? Why do you know why it was a issue about circumcision? Is it the act of circumcision in itself, or was it something else?
It was a sacrifice.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. So that's what we got to be able to understand first and foremost. The issue wasn't the circumcising. The issue was the sacrifice that accompanied the circumcision. You follow? So
Yes, yes.
what you have to be able to understand then is the distinctions of the law, right? That's what you have to be able to understand. Because when you read Galatians chapter 2, you said your Galatians 2 and 3, right? That's what you're referring to with Titus?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So let's see. Let's see what was happening at that time. Let's go to Galatians chapter 2. All right. We can start you can start at verse 3.
Galatians chapter 2 and verse 3.
Well,
But me,
start at verse 2 real quick. Start at verse 1.
Galatians chapter 2 and verse 1.
Mm.
Then, 14 years after I went up again to Jerusalem with Barnabas, and took Titus with me also.
So this is after Acts chapter 9. When you read Acts chapter 9, they talk about how when Paul received the Spirit, he immediately went and go teach for 3 years before he could be brought into the apostles. Why is that? Because Paul had been killing the church. Those who was following the faith in Christ, Paul had been killing them. So after he woke up, Christ knocked him off the horse and taught him the truth. He had to go and teach for 3 years first before he go and meet the apostles. And then after that initial event, it said 14 years later, he went up to Jerusalem again, right? I'm gonna read this account in a second, back in Acts chapter 15, and I'm gonna show you why Titus was not compelled to be circumcised and what that meant. All right. So 14 years later, he went back up to Jerusalem with Barnabas, and Titus was with him. Remember that Titus was with Paul when he went there, right? So let's read verse 2 now.
And I went up by revelation
Hmm.
and communicated unto them that gospel which I preached among the Gentiles,
Uh-huh.
but privately to them which were of reputation,
Read.
lest by any means I should run, or had run in vain.
So why would he have run or run in vain? Remember what we were just speaking about. When you read in Acts, prior to chapter 9, Paul or Saul was persecuting the church. His reputation was that he persecuted the church. Now imagine somebody that had been persecuting, throwing people in jail, killing them for years, is now coming to teach you that you gotta have faith in Christ, but he was just killing you for that, right? He was just killing you for having faith in Christ, but now all of a sudden he's teaching you about it, right? Everyone had to see that both Paul and the leadership were on one accord. He had to go so that he did not go and teach in vain. No one would be able to receive Paul because of his history. We don't.
But neither Titus, who was with me, being a Greek, was compelled to be circumcised.
Okay, so now we got to ask ourselves, why then is it that Titus was not compelled to be circumcised? Go back to Acts chapter 15. Let's see. Let's see what happened to make it where Titus did not want to be circumcised. And give me 1 second. I gotta remove some weird niggas. Blocky block block. But I do want to go to Acts chapter 15. You can start at verse 1. I can explain why I'm blocking these niggas.
Acts chapter 15 and verse 1.
Hmm.
And certain men which came down from Judea taught the brethren and said, except ye be circumcised after the manner of Moses, ye cannot be saved.
Okay. So what's the issue with the circumcision bags? Is it being circumcised or is it being circumcised after the manner of Moses?
It's about the manner of Moses. But
Very good.
I would ask you then, was Titus then mean that he was circumcised after the manner of Moses?
No, I haven't got to Titus yet. Titus didn't do it. Titus was not compelled to be circumcised. Titus didn't get circumcised. Titus did not get circumcised. And we're going to read something in a second in Second Timothy. We're going to see what happened with Titus. Because what we're reading in Acts chapter 15, that contention about circumcision, this is the reason why. Right? That's what we're reading right now. And that's why it's important for us to understand about what it means to be circumcised after the manner of Moses, right? Because did circumcision come from Moses? Dang, Nikki Bags, come back up. All right, till he come back, since everybody else is in this room, I'll ask y'all on stage. Okay, he's back.
No,
My
no,
man Bags.
it came from Abraham.
Very good. So when it says to be circumcised after the manner of Moses, and we know it came from Abraham, it's specifying a particular process, right? Let's read John chapter 7 and verse 22. Let me hit that one. I ain't got my Bible with me. I think that's what I want though.
John chapter 7 and verse 22.
Hmm.
Moses, therefore, gave unto you circumcision,
Uh-huh.
not because it is of Moses, but of the fathers. And ye of the Sabbath day circumcise a man.
So what we seeing here? It says Moses gave to us circumcision. It says, but circumcision didn't come from Moses. It came from the fathers. So what we have to now understand then, if circumcision did not come from Moses, but it came from the forefathers, then why would Acts 15 say you got to be circumcised after the manner of Moses? It's specifying a particular process. It's not the circumcision in itself. The issue is the process of the obtaining of the said circumcision. Okay? So now let's see what the process was under Moses. What had to happen what had to be accompanied with the circumcision under Moses. Go to that in Leviticus chapter 12. You can start at verse 1.
Leviticus chapter 12 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a woman have conceived seed and born a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days.
Read,
According to the days of the separation for her infirmity shall she be unclean.
read.
And in the 8th day, the flesh of the foreskin shall be circumcised.
So you see that? It says after a woman have a male son, she's gonna be unclean for 40 days. And then after, well, we haven't got to that part yet. But after the woman has had a child, if it's a man child, she's gonna be unclean for 40 days, right? But initially after that birth, on the 8th day, the child, that boy, he's gonna have to be circumcised. Now jump down to verse 6. Let's see what was accompanied with the circumcision under Moses.
Leviticus chapter 12, verse 6. And when the days of her purifying are fulfilled, for a son or for a daughter, she shall bring a lamb of the first year for a burnt offering,
Hmm.
and a young pigeon or a turtle dove for a sin offering, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation unto the priest. Who shall
So
offer it?
finish it out. Go ahead.
Who shall offer it before the Lord and make an atonement for her?
Okay. So as we can see, under Moses, when someone was circumcised, right, a sacrifice had to be accompanied with it. Right. Sacrifices had to be accompanied with the circumcision. So when we go back to Acts chapter 15 and let's read verse 1 again.
Acts chapter 15, verse 1. And certain men which came down from Judea taught the brethren and said, Except ye be circumcised after the manner of Moses, ye cannot be saved.
Right. So it says, unless you be circumcised after the manner of Moses, you can't be saved. To be circumcised after the manner of Moses is to be circumcised on the 8th day and have a sacrifice accompanying it. Right. Now, the 8th day, that was also part of the covenant with Abraham. Right. But Abraham himself, he wasn't circumcised till 99. You know, Ishmael was circumcised when he was a teenager. When you read Joshua chapter 5, you see other men who were circumcised at a full grown age as we came out of the wilderness. So you can get circumcised. If you haven't been circumcised and you come into the truth, you still got to get circumcised today, right? The point is, though, is you don't have to go to a temple and offer any sacrifices. You don't have to do that because now we have faith in Christ. Sacrifices are not required to be accompanied with the circumcision. Read on.
When therefore Paul and Barnabas had no small dispensation and disputation with them.
So it says, read that part again.
When therefore Paul and Barnabas had no small dispensation and disputation with them.
So, and when this came up, it wasn't a small argument. This was the big issue. You know, there's a lot of falling out that happened around this. Sometimes we just read the word. It said it wasn't no small decision or disputation with them with concerning this issue about whether or not you had to be circumcised under the law of Moses. Do we need to be bringing sacrifices, right? Remember what we read back in Galatians chapter 2. It said that Titus was with Paul when he went up to see the elders. And that's what we're reading about in Acts chapter 15 right now. So when these um, scribes and Pharisees, right, when they was making this argument about them having to be circumcised, there was a big argument that transpired after that. Read on.
They determined that Paul and Barnabas and
Uh-huh.
certain other of them should go
Read
up
that
to.
well. Hold on. Slow it down. Paul and Barnabas and who?
They determined that Paul and Barnabas
Paul. Mm-hmm.
and certain other
Uh-huh.
of them should go
That's what
up.
we want right there. It said, hold, wait, slow it down. It said, and certain other of them, Paul and Barnabas, and certain other of them. Well, who's the certain other of them? We just read it back in Galatians chapter 2. Go back to Galatians chapter 2. Let's see who is a part of the certain other of them.
Uh,
2 and 3.
Galatians chapter 2, verse 3. But neither Titus, who was with me,
Stop
being
right there. So who was it that was with Paul and Barnabas when this big disputation happened over circumcision under the law of Moses? Titus. Titus was there. So you had Paul, Barnabas, certain other men, and Titus was amongst them when this disputation happened about whether or not you had to be circumcised and to keep the law of Moses. That was the issue, right? Let's go back to Acts chapter 15 and let's read verse 2 again.
Acts chapter 15, verse 2. When
Mhm.
therefore Paul and Barnabas had no small dissension and disputation with them, they determined that Paul and Barnabas and certain other of them should go up to Jerusalem up unto the apostles and elders about this question.
Right. So about what question? Whether or not you had to be circumcised and to keep the law of Moses. That's the issue. In Acts 16, which is the very next chapter, right? When you read Galatians chapter 3, we're reading the account right now. The issue is about whether or not we have to keep the law of Moses accompanied with the circumcision. Read on.
And being brought on their way by the church, they passed through Phoenice and Samaria, declaring the conversion of the Gentiles, and they
Uh-huh.
caused great joy unto all the brethren.
Read.
And when they were come to Jerusalem, they were received of the church and of the apostles and elders, and they declared all things that God had done with them. But there rose up certain of the sect of the Pharisees which believed,
Uh-huh.
saying that it was needful to circumcise them and to command them to keep the law of Moses.
You see that? So now when we get, that was verse 5, right?
Yes, sir.
So when we get to verse 5 now, it's saying the same thing in verse 1, but now it has made that separation. It says that we command them to, it is needful for them to be circumcised and to keep the law of Moses. That's the issue. The and keeping of law, the law of Moses is the issue, not the circumcision within itself. Circumcision didn't go anywhere. Remember, we just read in Romans chapter 4, it said that we got to follow after the example of righteous Abraham. Righteous Abraham had faith and he became circumcised. The issue was about whether or not you get circumcised and you keep the law of Moses. That's the only separation. Either you circumcise with and you have faith in Christ, or you circumcise and you keep animal sacrifice. Okay? So let's go back to that in Galatians chapter 2. Lord willing, you understand it, bro. Galatians chapter 2, let's read it again.
Galatians chapter 2, verse 3. But neither Titus, who was with me, being a Greek, was compelled to be circumcised.
So yeah, it says Titus was not compelled to be circumcised. He did not want to be circumcised. Why did he not want to be circumcised? Because what we just read back in Acts chapter 15, from all the disputation and the arguments that happened about whether or not you had to do it and to keep the law of Moses or to not keep the law of Moses. All the confusion surrounding it, introduced by these scribes and Pharisees, caused Titus not to want to be circumcised. Read it again.
But neither Titus, who was with me, being a Greek, was compelled to be circumcised.
Read.
And that because of false brethren unawares brought in.
So hold on, wait. It's telling you right there. Why was it that he was not compelled to be circumcised? Because of the false brethren unawares brought in. Where do we read about the false brethren that got brought in? In Acts chapter 15. The contention was about the sacrificing, right? You follow bags. I don't want to continue if you're not understanding what we're saying. Let me make sure
Yeah,
everybody understand what I'm saying. Are you following bags?
yes, I follow. I
Okay,
follow
okay.
clearly.
Good, good. So the issue, he's telling us the reason why Titus didn't want to be circumcised. It was because of the contention that the false brethren brought in that happened in Acts chapter 15, right? And the contention was whether or not we had the sacrifice along with the circumcision, not the circumcision in itself. We read that in verse 5. It says, compelled them to be circumcised and to keep the law of Moses. We don't have to keep the law of Moses no more. We don't have to sacrifice no more. We just got to be circumcised. So read that in Galatians chapter 2 one more time, verse, where we at, verse 4?
Yes, sir.
Read
Galatians
it again.
chapter 2, verse 4.
Hmm.
And that because of false brethren, unawares, brought in, who came in privily to spy out our liberty, which we have in Christ Jesus,
Uh-huh.
that they might bring us into bondage.
So it says that they came in trying to bring us back into bondage. I want to keep reiterating the issue was the law of Moses, the sacrifice. And it said they want to bring us back into bondage. Go back to Acts chapter 15. I want you to read verse 10 now, right? Because it said it calls it the same thing. You call sacrifice the bondage back in Acts chapter 15 as well. Acts 15, read verse 10.
Acts chapter 15 and verse 10. Now, therefore, why tempt ye God to put a yoke upon the neck of the disciples, which neither our fathers nor we were able to bear?
You see that? It says, you're trying to put the yoke of bondage back on the neck of our fathers that our fathers nor were able to bear. What is it that our fathers nor we were able to bear? The law of animal sacrifice. It could not make the commerce thereunto perfect. That was the issue. The law of animal sacrifice was the bondage. So go back to Galatians. I want you to read chapter 5 and verse 1, and then we'll go back to chapter 2.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ have made us free,
Uh-huh.
and be not entangled again with the yoke of
You
bondage.
see that? So the yoke of bondage is referring to the same thing we just read back in Acts chapter 15, right? It says about the keeping of the law of Moses. We just read in Galatians chapter 2, right? You want to bring us back unto the yoke that neither we nor our fathers was able to bear. In this same yoke, Christ made us free from it. So what yoke is it that Christ made us free from? Go to Hebrews chapter 8, start at verse 6, and we're going to come back to Galatians chapter 2.
Hebrews chapter 6
Chapter
and verse
8,
1.
chapter 8 and verse 6.
Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 6. But now have he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of the better covenant, which was established upon better promises.
You see that? It says Christ is the mediator of a better covenant that was established upon better promises. Those promises that were given to Abraham is only attainable through faith, not through animal sacrifice. That's what we're reading in Romans chapter 4. Without faith in Christ, you will not receive the promises given to Abraham. You must keep the commandments, but you also must have faith in Christ. We don't.
For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for a second.
So it says that the first covenant was faultless, meaning there wasn't nothing wrong with it. If it made us perfect, if it wasn't a yoke of bondage, then there'll be no need for a second covenant. Read on.
For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
So God said, because of that, I'm going to give you a new covenant now with Israel and Judah. Read on.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt.
Stop right there. Remember what we read earlier. It says that neither we nor our fathers were able to bear. What is it that our fathers were not able to bear? The first covenant, which was animal sacrifice. Read on.
Because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not,
So
saith the Lord.
go back to Galatians chapter 2, read verse 4, and I'll leave it right there.
Galatians chapter 2 and verse 4.
Mhm.
And that because of false brethren, unawares, brought in, who came in privily to spy out our liberty, which we have in Christ Jesus,
Uh-huh.
that they might bring us into bondage.
The bondage they were trying to bring us back to is not circumcision. The bondage is animal sacrifice. So you read earlier that circumcision didn't come from Moses, it came from the fathers. The issue was the sacrifice. Go to 2 Timothy chapter 4, read verse 10. I'll leave it here. This I meant to read this earlier. All right. Because of that whole disputation about whether or not we had a sacrifice or not, that caused Titus to fall away. So let's read that now. 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 10.
2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 10. For Demas have forsaken me, having loved this present world, and is departed unto Thessalonica.
Uh-huh.
Crescens to Galatia.
Uh-huh.
Titus unto Dalmatia.
So it says, and Titus separated as well. Well, for what reason? We just read in Galatians chapter 2 what that reason was. It happened back in Acts chapter 15 because of the contention about whether or not you had to be circumcised and to keep the law of Moses. The circumcision in itself was never an issue. The sacrificing was the issue. All right. So bags, that's the issue. Whenever you read about somebody not wanting to be circumcised, it's because of the sacrificing that the scribes and the Pharisees said must accompany it. You understand, Bags?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
with so is the correct understanding of Acts 16 verse 3 is that Timothy was circumcised after the manner of the Jews. Hence, it is written like that. Is that the
Yes.
correct understanding?
Yeah, and also Timothy, you remember his father was a Greek, right? So you remember he grew up
Yes.
because when it says his father was a Greek, he grew up in Greek customs. So obviously he was not circumcised either, right? And he needed to be circumcised, right? So he had to get circumcised regardless. It's just the scribes and the Pharisees, they would press that issue. And what was the issue that the scribes and the Pharisees pressed? It was circumcision. You remember Paul even himself, he said unto the Jews, I became as a Jew. He took on the vows as of a Nazarite. That's not something that we do anymore, but he did it, right? He did it so he could be able to win the more, you know. So yes, whenever the scribes and Pharisees are pressing the issue, it's always about sacrifice, not the circumcision in itself. All right, all right,
Okay, sir. Okay.
all praise.
My last question was gonna be about the bridal price. If you are
About
taking a wife, uh,
about who now?
bridal
Okay,
price, a, a dowry,
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
a dowry. When
Yeah,
you're
what about?
taking a wife, yes. I see that it is biblical to pay that. In here in South Africa we call it a lobola.
Yeah, it's when
That's a
you yeah.
dowry.
Yeah, when we was giving
Eh,
away our virgin daughters, that's there'll be a dowry paid. Are you
Yes,
taking
yes.
away from, possibly the income for the house, what I mean, for that household and so forth. And the man is giving away his daughter. There's always a dowry that will accompany that. Are we doing that today? No, not necessarily. It's a lot of people in the truth who parents, their father and their mother is not in the truth, you know. Lord willing, hopefully we can get back to that, but it's not happening right now. You know what I mean? It's not
I-
happening right now.
i- Is it a good thing to preach against it? Because now some Christian churches they preach against it, and we are still practicing that here in South Africa. But
Well,
now,
go ahead.
but now, uh, some people they preach against it, and they come from families that practice that.
Okay.
Would that be a good thing to preach against that? Because that thing is biblical.
Okay. I mean, it is biblical, And Christian church teach against a lot of things that's in the Bible, you know. They preach against a lot of different things. So, yeah, man. What country you in, Bags?
I'm in South Africa.
South Africa. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, you know, I know you probably. I'm not sure how long you've been in the truth, man. But Christian church, they they teach against a lot of things in the Bible. You know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of things they teach against. So, now paying a dowry is biblical. You read about that in the Bible. Exodus chapter 22, you read about it. You know, so Yeah, nah. Dowries is biblical,
Uh,
you know. So
yeah, I had a cousin. My cousin had a sister, and she was a Christian, and she was gonna get married, and my cousin was telling me that his sister saying they don't pay dowry, which is called lobola. And I told my cousin, no, my dowry is biblical. I'm gonna see your sister and talk to her. That is biblical. You cannot say
right,
now
but
because you're
it's
going to this church, you're not gonna
yeah.
you're not gonna allow
Well,
your husband to come and pay dowry.
what bags remember
So
also is for giving away of your virgin daughters. You know what I mean? Is that sister you talking about? Was she a virgin, or has she already had sexual partners in her life, or what's the deal with that?
she was not a virgin.
Okay, you know, when we married our daughters off, you remember we had to have the tokens of their virginity. You remember that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how we marrying off our virgin daughters when you read Deuteronomy chapter 22. All right, that's who it is that we were marrying off. That's who it is that we received the dowry for. So let's go ahead and read Deuteronomy chapter 22. Oh, hold on a second. We got the mighty Judd on stage. What's going on, Judd? Judd Witt, Mr. Judd. Dang, Judd, you got a lot of names, man. You got Mr. Judd, Judd Witt. All right, I'm not cool enough to talk to. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 22. You gotta be this
Yes,
cool to ride the rise. You know what I want, right? Okay, verse 14. No,
yes, sir. Yeah, I'm
13
here.
and
Yo,
13.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Yeah, I was away from my phone.
Yes, sir. What's going on with you, Judd Witt?
Uh, I'm sleepy.
I feel you.
I can't find my glasses. I feel like an old man.
Hey, Judge, I got brothers coming to come see me.
You know what the worst thing is when you lose your glasses is that you also can't see. So finding your glasses,
Well, I can see.
okay,
I'm not that kind of blind.
sure, yes, sir.
I don't think you believe me. I don't like the way you said that.
Oh man, King said
Yeah, it's
somebody got to
Pablo.
go. King said
Somebody
somebody
coming
gonna
to
try
be
to come
king
see
up?
me. Yep.
Yeah, Isaac,
Who is Isaac?
brother, go to he goes to what you say, Riverdale camp.
Yes, sir.
Somebody in the school supposed to be coming
Yeah,
to do something to you?
yep,
Whatever.
He said because King said shut up. He said yeah,
All
they're my
right. Well,
mama.
I'll be in Riverdale this weekend. We'll find out who this guy is. Y'all got pictures of him?
yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. We check his temperature.
He said he'll be there.
Yeah.
He said
Okay.
he'll be there.
Okay. He's serious? Like he really
Yeah,
want to fight me?
yeah.
Yeah,
He
he was
posted it in the
serious.
chat. He said
Yeah,
I'll
he
be
was
there.
serious.
Yeah, he said his wife be congregating there regularly.
So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
told so this dude in the body, and he talking about he want to fight somebody in the
This
body.
this is what he said, Judge. It's a sister came on here. We talked to her several times, right, about watching multiple camps and keeping God's commandments. She used to be with us. She left. She went to Sakari, but she still come here and ask us questions. And she kept over talking us, told her to be quiet several times, muted the mic and all that. So King told her to shut up. And the boy got mad. He hopped on stage. He's like, "Hey, man, if that was my mama and you told her to shut up, I had to come see about you." I'm like, what? And it didn't stop there. He decided he wanted to continue. Oh, bro, he was definitely mad. He said he wasn't mad. Nigga, you was mad. Boy,
Wait, so the sister was his wife?
No, the sister ain't no kin to him.
So what he got into it for? What he worried about it for?
He felt
Cause
like
she was
putting
a
on.
woman. She's somebody mama.
So she can be disrespectful because she got a vagina.
Yeah. Roy was mad too. What's his name? Roy. I forgot. Roy.
Man, these dudes emotional, man. Like we don't need like just stay at home, bro. We don't need emotional people with us. You know, go be an Egyptologist or something, where they worship the woman. Like I don't understand. I don't really understand this whole emotional thing. You know, we nobody talking to you, and then you get on here and people be like defending people for what reason? Like if you want to be a defender of women, then this may be the wrong walk. Like do something else. Somebody can be disrespectful because they are a woman. Like that don't make any sense.
He says, "I'm right here. Talk to me."
Oh, well, I am talking to him. Bring him on stage.
All right, you up,
Shalom,
Joe?
brother. What's going on?
So you got offended for another sister?
I didn't get offended, bro. I just didn't like the fact that she was told to shut up like that as an elder woman, brother. You know what I mean? I called to say that it's somebody's mama. You know what I mean? Like when we on brothers on the street, when we dealing with brothers, they don't tell people to shut up. You know what I
I done
mean?
told people
People's
to shut up
mama to shut
before.
up.
I done
What?
told people to shut
I
up
Okay,
told
now
before.
if
you
you
women to shut up on the street.
okay, so what I'm saying is this, bro. If
Was
y'all
the
feel like
sister
I'm
being
wrong for saying that,
disrespectful? Was the sister being
listen, I
disrespectful?
didn't hear her. I didn't hear her. I didn't actually hear her being disrespectful. I know she was in sin for wearing pants, and I told him that she's in sin regardless whether she talking about
King,
she was
was the
wearing
sister
pants. But
being disrespectful, King?
Yes, we kept telling her to
I
be
never, I
quiet.
never,
We muted. Hey, brother, we was muting her mic. She kept coming off the mic, being unmuted. I kept muting her mic. I said, "Damn, shut up."
So the sister
I
can
didn't
be
hear that, bro.
disrespectful.
I
The
didn't. You
sister
said
can
she
be
disrespectful.
disrespectful.
I just told you I
You
didn't hear her
know, they
saying anything
telling her to be
disrespectful.
they telling her to be quiet. They muting the sister mic. She's still coming off the mic. He told her to shut up. Well, she should have shut up.
Okay, well, if that's the way y'all feel about it. That's all right, brother. I mean, you
I
know.
mean, that's the way it is. I mean,
Okay.
what world we live in where people can come on your platform and run your platform and you can't say nothing to them about it?
I didn't say that you couldn't say nothing about it at all. I just was responding to the fact that the woman was being told to shut up like that. You know, I
Well,
feel
maybe
like
she
I
needed to
was
shut
taught when I
up.
was okay, right. Well, I was taught when I was coming up. I'm 45. I was taught when I was coming up to respect my elders. You know what I mean? I don't talk to my elders like that. I don't talk to my mom like that. I don't talk to my grandma like that, and I wouldn't talk to your grandmother like that or nobody else's grandmother. I don't care what platform or if I'm in their face. So I was just standing on that type of business. I
Yeah,
wasn't
but
trying to
just
take
because
up.
somebody old, it don't give them the right to be able to do whatever the hell they want to do. You know, the scripture even tell you about, days should speak. But just because people owe a certain age, that don't mean they got wisdom and knowledge, or even that they earn that respect just because they've been on this earth for a long period of time. Just because you old, it don't mean you can disregard rules.
Right. I respect that. I respect that. Um, I like I said, I wasn't
But if
condoning the
you're
fact
but
that
if
the
you're a
woman was
part of
being.
the body, bro,
No, I'm not. I just
you out of
congregate there,
order.
bro. I'm not a part of the body. I just congregate there.
Well, that's the same thing. I mean, you in the building, King
Yes,
a
sir.
leader in Israel. King don't put in
Okay.
work in Israel. He don't put in
Okay.
mad work in Israel. And to be, disrespectful or having something to say, you could have did that. You could have did that offline. You could have hit him up a back message and said something. The scriptures tell you how to deal with that. But just to be
Okay.
openly
Well,
disrespectful and you walking in the school, you know what I'm saying? Like the scripture's supposed to say we're supposed to be perfectly joined together and we're supposed to be no schisms in the body. Like what we doing here?
right. Okay. Well,
It's like
I,
you defending a woman that you don't even know,
it
and you
wasn't a
gotta
defendant. It wasn't a woman I was defending, man. I
well
was
you
defending
you
the
you
moral of
spoke
it, bro.
you
The
spoke again.
moral
It
of it.
ain't the more you spoke
Yes,
against
it's more.
King. You
But I
spoke
spent.
against King about a sister that you don't even know. If you had an issue with what he said, then you should have did what the scriptures say and do Matthew 18 and talk to that brother in private instead of being out front on the app. Well, you got fringes on the border of blue. You know, look like you got a black shirt. So maybe you an MOV. Are you an MOV?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I mean, you coming into the school and you openly speaking against a leader in the school.
Okay, well, if I was wrong for that, my apologies for that.
You know you was wrong for that. It's not a if.
No, it
It's
ain't
not a
about
if.
no knowing, bro. Like I said, I just told you that I was standing on the fact that
Well,
talking to elders to me,
listen. If
you
you
you gonna let me
look,
talk, bro?
if you the
I
thing
mean,
is, no, nah, bro.
all right,
No.
well then, all right, till later then, brother. Have a good one.
Well, okay, later then. Just go somewhere else with that. We don't get down like that in our congregation,
Bro, I'm
right?
still go to the school to congregate, bro. You know what I mean? If they tell me I can't
I
come
bet
in,
you
they
won't be
want
at
me.
the school this
Okay,
Sabbath.
well
I bet
don't
you
let me
won't.
go.
I
Now
bet you
now
won't
I
be at the
can't
school
come to
this
the
Sabbath.
school. Now I can't
Nah,
come to
because
the
you're not
school.
gonna be
Okay, well that's cool.
disrespectful to leaders
I ain't
that
disrespecting nobody, bro. I ain't
King
disrespecting
has
nobody.
his life for this truth. He go out in the street, he put his
Okay,
life on the line for this truth. Ain't
right.
nobody that come into our doors and disrespect a brother that put his life on the line for this truth. Ain't no,
Okay,
well,
so
if and
so
this, that,
so
this, and that. If you apologize, you apologize. But to come off to be like, well, this is what I'm standing on. Well, stand
no,
on
you
that
not.
shit
I
somewhere else
told you
then.
what I'm.
Don't
So, hold on, but
stand on that in
see how you
our
trying to
building.
listen, bro. You
Nah,
like
don't
we
you
still
ain't gonna
men.
stand on
You know
that
what I
in
mean?
our building.
I, I'm talking
Not
about
a building that
here. He's
King
standing on what?
helped
The
build.
fact that I, the
King
fact
helped
that
the
I.
building that you come on in. If you felt that type of
Okay,
way, the
well,
Bible tell you how you're supposed to do it.
okay,
But to
well,
openly
okay,
have
well, I
something to
missed the
say against a
scripture.
brother that's a leader
I
in this
didn't listen.
congregation that has his life for this body and for this truth, that's up all night putting in work on this app. Not only that,
What
not
you
on
talking
this app, but outside this app, ain't nobody that's walking in our doors gonna disrespect a leader in Israel. And it is what it is. And if you feel that type of way, you ain't got to come in the doors.
about? I don't feel that type of way though.
But it seemed that way. It seemed like you like, well, maybe if I was wrong, that was wrong.
Okay, well then if it was wrong, I
Ain't
said, hey,
nobody gonna
listen,
do
brother, I
that.
said
Nobody gonna
if
do
it was
that
wrong,
to
and
leaders
y'all
in the
felt like it
body.
was wrong, I
I don't
apologize for
feel
that.
like it was
Yeah.
wrong.
So okay, well then
But
that's what you
then
feel.
even when we talking about it, you just like, I'm here and this, that, this, and that. Like,
No, well,
nah,
I'm here.
that don't
Well,
work with
I
us.
was saying it that I was here because we can have this conversation. I wasn't saying it like, you know, no other way. I'm right here still on the line listening, bro. You can pull me up and we can conversate. Is what I was saying. I wasn't saying
Yeah.
it no other way.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
not
making
running from
sure,
what I
man,
said.
because like I'm just saying, bro. I'm just making sure, bro, because that we don't have time to deal with that. You
Okay,
know,
well,
brothers that got
that's
issue
fine,
with how
bro.
we do stuff and how we take care of stuff, they don't have to be in the school. We can. It's other places you can go.
I don't gotta go nowhere if y'all want me to be there, brother. You feel me? I just was coming to
It's on
congregate
you.
and I finished.
It's on
No,
you,
you
bro.
just told. No,
The
I've
scripture
been there
said
for
a baby
months,
doesn't
bro.
have the
I've
rule
been
over
there for
you.
months, brother. I've been there for months. I love the edification.
It's
I
on you.
listen.
Well,
I
at the
love
end
the
of the day, you know,
edification.
if I
I
got an issue
listen.
with something that somebody in leadership do, I'm not about to be on the app doing that in front of
Okay,
people
I
like that.
understand that.
You know, you say you stand on business. Men don't deal like that. If a man got a
Okay, well,
problem with something a man say, a man go and talk to a man and not post it on the app so other people can see dissension in the body.
what I hear
That's
on here
not
a
how
lot
we
of
do
times, I don't
stuff.
see nobody do. I hear everybody talking about stuff to people on this app. Don't nobody going nobody inbox saying nothing to them. Everybody saying it right on the app,
Like what?
like whatever they want.
Against other leaders, you in the school. So
What I'm
people
saying
that's
is,
in
bro,
the
like,
school do that.
man,
You
all I
telling me
know
that
is
that on this app, people that come in our room in our schools disrespect the leaders on here? Because I ain't never seen that.
I don't know who on this app come in y'all schools.
Well, that's the thing. You speaking on something you don't know about.
I'm not speaking on nothing I don't know about because I ain't spoke on that. I don't know who come to the schools. I just see people on this app that are Israelites who y'all talk to all the time, and some of them are part of other schools that y'all talk to how y'all want to.
But they ain't a part of our school.
I'm not. I can't confirm that, so I can't say they are or they ain't.
So you don't know.
What I'm saying is, if y'all having a conversation with somebody on here who's an Israelite, if they may not be a part of the purple, but they congregate or they deal with listening to the scriptures because y'all bring the Bible out how y'all do, so people get edified, people attracted to that, and they dealing with y'all as Israelites, and they misunderstand or have a disagreement with something, then they're not treated like Israelites. They're treated like somebody that's not an Israelite. Like if I run into somebody in the street, when I talk to them brothers, how I got the first flyer, they attitudes and how they are as people ain't like how some of the people attitudes on these apps or at the door sometime are. That ain't gonna run me off from getting edified or bringing my family to congregate. You know what I'm saying? Some kinks and kirks you just work out. Now, if I'm wrong, I admit when I'm wrong. But you know, like I say, you say standing on something. I'm a grown man like you're a grown man. You can tell me I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I said what I said for a reason. And it just because he's a leader, I apologize. But I still, if it's wrong, I'm still gonna say it when it's wrong. Now, if I should have went to the inbox, Matthew, I should have recognized that or did that. Okay, well, I'm still learning. I'm still getting to the point to where I know how to do things on all aspects of this situation. So the fact that y'all saying I'm not allowed to come to the school no more, that's fine, brothers. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like that we shouldn't disrespect elders. That don't mean that she ain't wrong.
She said she
Maybe
not
I
an
didn't say
elder.
it right.
She just
You
typed,
know what
I'm
I'm saying?
not old. She just typed and said she's not an elder. She's not old.
I
She
figured
didn't have a problem. So
no, I don't have a problem.
she just typed it.
You definitely have a problem. If we didn't have a problem, it wouldn't be an issue. We wouldn't even be saying nothing right now if it wasn't a problem. So,
Okay,
all
well,
right.
there's a problem then. And those are made to be settled. So, I guess we're trying to settle it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
all
So
they gotta do is repent.
who the officer over you up down there in Riverdale?
There's a couple of brothers there. I don't really know all of their names like that. Like I say, I've been there for quite some time, but I don't really I don't really do too much. I just come in, I speak to the brothers, go to the little circles with them sometimes with my kids and my wife, and listen and get edified, do my writing, and trying to just do what I'm supposed to do, bro. That's what I do, and that's what I've been on, and I would like to continue that. But if it's an issue with y'all, then you know what I mean. That's fine.
Yeah, we just gonna have to speak on and make sure stuff's straight. So somebody probably be reaching out to you or whatnot. Or if you got an officer or something like that, you may need to give them a ring. But we can't do that, bro.
Right, but we
You
don't. They
you
don't. I
can't.
don't have no officer. I don't really. Don't nobody really even deal with me like that. You know what I mean? When I come in, as far as being an officer, I just get checked. My kids get checked. My wife get checked, and we go sit down, listen to the lessons, and when they over, we leave.
So you don't talk to nobody?
I talk to the brothers that I'm sitting next to.
Like, he said his wife is a regular. What's your wife's name?
My wife's name is Cheyenne. She's there when I'm there.
Okay. So you acknowledge that you was wrong with how you dealt with King?
Well, I mean, I acknowledge that I was wrong, and I apologize for that. I should have spoke with him personally or hit him in his inbox. I don't think I'm friends with him on here, but I guess I could start doing that.
Okay. All right.
King?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm at my phone. I walked away for a second. Yes, sir.
You accept the brother apology?
I didn't even hear him say anything. With you, all
I
right.
apologize, brother. If you felt like if out of for saying that out of line, speaking to you like that online about a situation that was more than likely need to be spoke about in private.
I accept your apology, bro.
Oh, praise.
I do want to say this, bro. Before you get off, I was new in this truth, just like you. And this some advice to you. The best thing you can do, if you see something, I just be quiet and then I come humbly, bro. Like if I don't understand something, and I'm telling you, nobody gonna get mad at you. It's plenty things I've seen I didn't understand, and I go ask, but I do it in a respectful way. I do not disrespect people that's in this body, bro. I do not. You know, I just shut up. You know, if I feel like damn that was kind of messed up, I go ask about it, and then I feel like oh shit, I should have just shut my mouth. I shouldn't even say nothing. And when I get told, because sometimes if you if you go off the head like that, like you did, you get embarrassed, bro. Because I'm just telling you, I'm just telling you, you just got a lot of emotion in you right now. And I'm just being 100 with you. I'm being 100 with you. And once you start, you might need to start. Do you study? Do you read the scriptures, or you just come to the school?
Nah, I study as much as I possibly can, bro. I read through the scriptures and study them with my kids and stuff like that.
How long?
I don't
How
really
long
think
you
I
been
was.
coming to the
I don't
school?
think
How, how long
it's
you been
been
coming to
about.
the school?
It's been about maybe almost since July.
Oh, okay.
Right
All
now,
right.
on the emotional thing, bro, I don't really get emotional.
All
I
right.
wasn't upset about it. I was basically kind of shocked that it took place, and I just felt like I needed to respond, and maybe I just shouldn't have responded. You know what I mean? And like you said,
Well, it's like
I'm
this.
new.
You could have responded, but you could respond like Judd was saying. You could respond, hit me in the inbox, and we could have talked about it. Many people have talked to me. Uh, we don't have an issue. It's just about the way you go about it.
Right, right, for sure. I understand
All
that.
right, I accept your apology. We could. We good.
All
We
right,
good.
bro. All
All right.
praises, man.
All praise. Look at that, man. All right, all right. I'll move it right along. Let's see. What else we got on stage? We got is it Radson Bailey? Radson Bailey L. Is that how you say your name? All right. You say Radson. All right.
Hey, well, since we off that, you know something I want to talk about
Nah,
What's that?
it's Rasan.
Okay,
is
hold on,
Rasan.
son.
You know, I want to talk about
What's
is
that?
the TikTok apologist.
Yep.
Like, I just watched a video this morning. Uh, but they are horrible.
What they do?
Bro, they scripture breakdowns are the worst, the absolute worst. But they'll go to the Greek, they'll go to all different languages. They don't understand the languages. According to them, a word, if they'll read a word, it'll have 18 definitions, and they'll take the one that suits them. They don't have no scriptures to back it. Bro, I watch some of these dudes, bro. I just laugh, man. And I watch them debate, and they always debating, bro. They always debate new people. It's the funniest thing ever. It's like, and then I'll be listening to the brothers they be debating, and I'll be like, golly, Jesus help us. But it be dudes. I don't even think it be dudes that's like really in the faith. That I think it'd be like dudes that just watch online and stuff like that. But my big question dealing with them is like, who are they? Like, are any of them leaders in the church? Do they even go to church? That'd be the first thing I'd be wondering. Like, do they even go to church? And then the next thing is like, are they even leaders in the church they go to? Like, I know one of them is a white guy. I can't remember. I think his name Dave. He's like he teaches the children's ministry, and I'm like, you teach the children's ministry, and you want to debate? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. But a lot of stuff they do that stuff, because they want to. I don't know. Maybe they're getting paid or something. That's what I think.
Hey, can you explain to me? And I just be maybe why do our people got to feel the need to explain themselves to these people, man? Like I'm talking about the Esau. Like they go on their platforms and it's like they be giving them utmost respect. They be they be smiling from ear to ear. And Esau like looking at him like it's embarrassing. I just don't understand why they do it. What the point? I don't understand the point of it.
Yeah, I was trying to bait one on stage. It was one in the room.
Well, we use them. We use them on. We'll use
No,
them on
no,
here.
it
But
was
I'm
one of
talking
them.
about.
It was one of them in the room. I tried to bait him on stage, but it didn't work. He left.
Oh shit. Okay.
But no, but you're right though. You're right. It's like, why do we feel like we have to be accountable to them? You know, like why do we feel that? Why do we feel like we got to be accountable to them to where we got to go and argue with them? Like they'll have a room and they got 10 people in it. You know, they'll be live. It'll be 60 people on their live or something like that. It's like, you know, they nobodies. It's like you gotta let these nobodies be nobodies. You know.
I just don't understand it. You know, the scriptures say, "Get to the captivity of His people and show them their sins." And you, it's like that's all you do is debate. Mm-mm. And
All right, Cap.
somehow people want to follow them. You know, Rassin, Rassin. That's how you say your name. Yeah, I'll butcher your name, man. The truck, Volvo. And like, um, I know you just came off your mic not too long ago. I feel like I'm in a trap right now. It's nothing but sisters are next. Uh, Razin, answer your Razin, brother. Help me, brother. I'm mute, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Hey, what's
Jesus.
up?
What's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Oh man, I'm doing good. You answered the damn call, bro. Thank you. Whew.
No, because like I'm listening to you through my speakers, but so like when you talk, I got to grab my headset so I can hear you.
Oh,
Cause I'm
okay.
like, yeah,
Oh
I'm an
yeah,
older
me
road.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know how it go. People don't understand how hard it is.
yeah, like people forget
Yeah.
the things that they take for granted. Like when you don't got it no more, you got to work with something else. Like they're able that the have
Hmm.
running water. They're like you don't get
Hmm.
that in no truck. You don't get a stove. You don't get a shower. You got to go other places to take it to take that.
Yep.
the, the
Yep.
the common things that's everyday use in life, people take that for granted and not know how blessed they are.
Yep.
You,
Yep.
they
Go
don't get
ahead.
it. They don't get it
Yep.
until they come out here. Like when you on the road is a little different when you driving on it. You just going to a place where that take you 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours to get to work, but you know where you're gonna end up at, and then you know when you get done that job, you know you're going back home. And we ain't going back
Hmm.
home. We on this road a month, 2 months at a time. And then you like when you
Yeah.
go home, you be at hope they're like, man, we out here, we need you for another week. You're like, man, I've been out here for 70 days straight, man. I'm trying to go home. Man, we need you for
Yep.
another week.
Yep.
So a lot of
Yep.
people don't take, like everybody want to be the CEO, but everybody everybody not want everybody is not going to sacrifice and pay the cost. They can talk it, but they don't walk it how they talk it. It's different. That road get a
Hmm.
little longer when you driving on it, man. It's easy for anybody to
Hmm.
say A or B or C, but you ain't doing A, B, or C.
Right. Right.
So
Like,
it hit different. It hit different. Until you do it, until you take on it, don't speak about it.
hey, listen. I know how you feel, brother. I know how you feel. I'm an over road driver, and people don't understand. Like when you just to take a shower and wash clothes, you always got to stand in a damn line. Once I'm about to wash clothes, I'm washing clothes. I gotta wait. Then once I get to the thing, the damn washing machine ain't working. I'm like, God
Yeah.
damn. Then
And then,
they get it
yeah, that's
working.
how it
They
go.
get it working, and then you got to wash it again because they ain't wash all the clothes. The clothes still dry. Some of it's
Hmm.
wet, some of it's dry. Then you wash it again. That's another hour. Then once you dry, it ain't dry all the way. You got to dry the goddamn 100 hours. It's just It sucks, bro. It sucks.
right? So like just the basic things that you have in your household. Everybody like, oh yeah, I can go wash that, man. I learned like, you know what? Like if, before I go wash at the truck at the truck stop, I'll look and see where the nearest laundromat at. I don't care if it's 30 miles away, it's an hour ride around. I don't care. I'm gonna go. So like, yeah, that's how it be. And you gotta wait. Like now, you go, like even when you wash it, you be like, hold up, you know, you gotta spend another like $3 before you even put your clothes in there. You like, hold up, let me wash this out first because everybody not clean.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
not clean. Everybody,
yeah.
yeah, they don't be clean, man. You be looking at you like, man, why you dressed like that? Like you all right? Like what's wrong with you? They, oh no, man, you know, my truck driver, I'm comfortable. No, man, you look like you homeless.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
what you got? What you got on the topic, bro? What you got on the topic, man?
I mean, I never have a topic, man. Just whatever it is that what come up with. I just go with the flow.
No, I'm talking about the topic of the room. You got anything on it? Got
About
any?
what was the topic? Because I came in, I was just listening to y'all. You talking about if we were wrong about Matthew 5:17?
Yeah,
Oh
the
no.
Israelite.
I'm saying no. I don't got nothing to say
You
about
think we
that,
got
man.
it wrong? You think
No,
we got it
listen.
wrong?
I don't know if you got it wrong or you got it right because I'm just starting to learn myself, so I
Oh,
can't speak
okay.
on something I don't know.
Okay. So watch this. We're gonna read it.
All right, go
We're
ahead.
gonna read it. And I'm gonna show you what we say about it.
Okay.
Read.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17.
So when people say the law done away with, we don't have to do the law, right? They say, "Oh, God, love you for who you are. You don't have to worry about the law." That's what they say. You know, God ain't concerned with the law. He concerned with the person. So we pull this, right? We pull this, and they say we doing it wrong. So when they say God laws don't matter, oh, we ain't under the law no more, we pull this. Read that.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law
This is Jesus Christ speaking. He said, "Think not, I have not come to destroy the law." The reason why he's speaking this because he know people was going to do it. He's a prophet. He's the Lord. He know what people going to do. Read it again.
think not that I am come to destroy the law
Don't put it in your mind that I come to destroy the law. Read.
or the prophets.
Or anything the prophet said. So anything they said, I didn't come to destroy what they said. I didn't come to destroy the law or what they said. Read.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
See, he said he come to fulfill. So they right here, they be like, well, he come fulfill the law. So he fulfilled it for you to be a homosexual, a pedophile. That's not what he fulfilled. He fulfilled what was told he was going to do, and that was to die for the nation of Israel. When you read in the scriptures, it was prophesied that he was going to come and die for the nation of Israel. That's what he fulfilled. Get that in Acts 3:18. Let's see.
Acts chapter 3 and verse 18. But those things which God before had showed by the mouth of all his prophets that Christ should suffer, he have so fulfilled.
You see, he fulfilled dying for the nation of Israel. That's what he fulfilled. That's it. So you think we got that wrong, brother? Or what you think?
No, the thing about this, I'm gonna tell you what I think about. Not even about Matthews. The thing about it, people gonna have their opinion, whether if you right or wrong. They always gonna have
Mm-hmm.
something to say when they don't want to believe the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So when you
Mm-hmm.
break the truth down from verse to verse, to
Mm-hmm.
chapter to chapter, you still gonna have naysayers. You still gonna have non-believers. You know, it's like damn if you do, damn if you don't. So when they say, well, if X, Y, and Z is this, they're like, I can tell you where the X at, I can tell you where the Y, and I can tell you where the Z at. And then when you prove it to them, now it's A, B, and C. Then you prove that to them. Just as long as you believe what you believe in, and you go by what you go by, and you are who you are, and you treat it that, then you will know. But until the day till people start understanding who they are and they believe in us, see, they don't have faith in another person or another man because they don't have no faith in themselves. When they look in the mirror, they don't even see who they see there because they don't know who they are.
All right, my bad, my bad. Hey, sure enough,
Yes, sir.
you want to go ahead and shut it down?
Yes, sir. We can do
Hey,
that.
yeah, hey, everybody, look, you see the link of above our head? Hit that link and come to upload God's laws. We starting another room right now. So just hit the link and I'll see you over there. I'm going over there now.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Go ahead and click the link. Give y'all a couple minutes, and we'll shut it down. All right, y'all. We're gonna shut it down. See y'all over in UGL. All right. You go ahead and read Matthew 26, y'all. You reading? All right, hold on. All right, Matthew chapter 26 and verse 6. Now, when Jesus was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, and came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Jesus understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this, that this woman hath done, be told for a memorial of her. All right, y'all. That's it. And give y'all more enough time to click the link and switch over. We're about to end it out. See y'all over in UGL. All right. That's all right. God bless.